This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 express train. The next stop is Fulton Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
What an awesome crowd we have in here. Look at this. We have celebrities here today. Mob Rats Exposed. How you doing, buddy? And Rodri, yes, welcome back, buddy. I haven't been on much lately. It just hasn't worked out too well. But yeah, Rodri, nice to see you back. And Oliver Sutton, of course, always a fan favorite. Primo, how you doing, buddy? Hope everyone's well. So yeah, it's rainy. It's nasty. Anyone that's been in the Northeast or, quite frankly, in the East for the past week has been dealing with weather, let's just call it. This is the remnants of Hurricane Ian. Obviously, we didn't get hit as bad as down in Florida or South Carolina, but this is the same weather system that's been pounding us since, well, like I told you guys, it wouldn't be my daughter's birthday if it didn't rain like an animal on that day. So exactly, and I'm telling you exactly, at midnight on Saturday, Friday going into Saturday is when the rain hit us. So it's been raining since basically Saturday early morning. It's been raining here. Again, not crazy winds. This is the Meadowlands, by the way. Sorry, forgot to tell you guys, we're in Jersey. We're in Tommy Stig's neck of the woods. Pain like Bane. Hope you're doing well. And everyone, Roma food, buddy. Maron. That last video you put up, more of a little bit of a street food flair to it. Oh my God, you make me so friggin' hungry when I watch your stuff, Primo. You got a great thing going. Sorry, Primo. Roma food. Roma food, you have a great thing going where you're over there in Rome, in Italy, and you're going around in these places showing food. What's better than that? But What I was saying is that this is the remnants of Ian, Hurricane Ian. It's come up the coast. It's supposed to stick around all day today, and I think tomorrow also. So that'll explain the rain, the crappy weather. Typically, I try to avoid bad weather days to go live because the service isn't as good, visuals aren't as good, we can't see the skyline, X, Y, and Z. But it's been long enough. I feel like I haven't been live in a while. I miss you guys. I want to talk to you guys. So happy you guys have come in. Rodri, MRE, Primo, Roma, Oliver, Adama. Oh, I just spoke to this person. All right, guys, you're going to have to give me just 1 second. I just spoke to this person. This shouldn't be very long. I'm sorry, but hold on 1 second. We'll get on the turnpike. Hold on. Oh, okay, sorry about that. Someone had a simple, for those of you in the trade, you'll know they had a simple question as to whether or not a certain product was sold per the piece or per the square foot. This happens to be sold per the square foot, and we move on. So this is the New Jersey Turnpike. Jersey Turnpike heading south. We're going to go through Staten Island. We're going to go to Brooklyn. I have to make a few stops in Brooklyn, one on McDonald Avenue and another on Nostrand Avenue. So if anyone sees the Sons of Italy or stand-up guys around, we're going into their old neck of the woods. The old neck of the woods that they always speak about. That's where we're going now. Try to keep the screen clear for you here. You know what I mean? Are the Yankees playing right now? I just got an alert that Oswaldo Cabrera just hit a home run. Storm season in Wales too. That's like yeah. I feel like we're in our seasons are similar. Those in Wales and England and that neck of the woods. Not where Jerry Gambuti is in Australia. From what I gather, they're about to switch into the summer time, which is great. David S. Cameron. Speaking of weather patterns and the similarities between weather here and there, Mr. David S. Cameron, this fine gentleman, always seems to point that out, and he's right. Yeah, Primo, let's not rub it in, Primo. This is. I hate to ever sound like I'm complaining, but if there's one thing that I will take to my grave, it is that I cannot stand when this weather changes. I cannot stand the four seasons. I heard MRE mention that he enjoys the four seasons. He enjoys being able to have some heat because up in Rhode Island, similar climates in New York City. They're on the water. They get the ocean breeze. They capture all four seasons. Me personally, I would lock in summer and keep summer for the rest. I get it. I get the pros. I get the cons. But this time of the year, it's cold. My hands are cold. My feet are cold. I hate it. And the rain is just, in the summertime, if we got a passing storm or a quick thunderstorm here and there, not a big deal. Not a big deal. Rains, whatever, it dries up. Have a nice day. Yeah. Ugh. Mod on. Just brutal. Roscoe, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you, Roscoe. $7:22 at night. Well, it is 2:22. Well, now 2:24 in the p.m. on Tuesday. It's Tuesday afternoon. 2:24 p.m. And yeah, David S. Cameron, you're right. I mean, Roma Food, he's got it figured out over there. Let me tell you something. Primo, I don't want to get into my personal life too much, but I have a daughter, and my daughter just turned 8 years old, and she's going to be living on Long Island. I can guarantee you she will be living on Long Island until she goes to college, probably through college and probably after college. So I can't really go anywhere unless I want to just leave my daughter behind, which that will never happen. What is this? The friggin' Yankees are losing already? What's going on here? I'm getting these alerts like I didn't even realize they were playing. I guess they're in Texas, so they must have started at 2 o'clock our time because it's usually a 1 o'clock start. So probably they started at 1 o'clock Texas time. And I'm getting these alerts. I'm going to have to put it in the background a little bit on the radio here. But yeah, Primo, unfortunately, unless I want to leave my daughter behind, which is just not going to happen, I'm kind of stuck here for the next, I don't know, 10 years at least. And don't get me wrong, I love this place. I mean, look, I'm friggin' BK Skip over here. Obviously, I got my YouTube channel is based around friggin' New York City and the 5 boroughs, and I'm a Brooklyn guy. My girlfriend's a Queens girl. Our families are all here. They never leave. So I'm not an anti New York City person. Believe me, this city has changed over the past 3 years. The whole area has changed over the past 3-4 years. I get it. And I completely understand why people would get the hell out of here, and once they're out of here, they'd never come back. I get it. But in a perfect world, Primo, in a perfect world, I'd have a residence here, and I'd have a residence somewhere like California, i.e., South Florida, Arizona, southern Texas, somewhere warm. And I wouldn't take this hurricane and use that as an excuse to say I would never go to Florida, because guess what? I would still go to Florida even after seeing that hurricane. I remember what Hurricane Sandy did to here. Hurricane Sandy decimated the Jersey Shore, decimated parts of Long Island, decimated parts of Brooklyn and Queens, decimated parts of Howard Beach. My girlfriend's whole house was flooded in Howard Beach. You see that, you're going to say, oh, I can never go to Howard Beach. I mean, the fact that South Florida or Florida doesn't get hit with more hurricanes is unbelievable. Again, that's because of the geography of the land. The land was created as a result of weather. Weather forms land. So the reason why those islands are positioned where they are and jet streams occur how they do is because over time, these hurricanes have come through and decimated these lands. Why do we have barrier islands? We have a barrier island off of Long Island, Jones Beach. No one's supposed to live on Jones Beach. They don't. Or Long Beach. That's the barrier island. That's the island that gets pounded every time there's a friggin' hurricane and is the barrier to the mainland. But we live on Barrier Island. Yankees for life. How you doing, bud? Enough of my rant. Enough of my rant. I don't even know what I'm ranting about anymore. I'm just pissed off at this weather, and Primo's friggin' throwing it out there about the friggin' Florida. I mean California. I don't even think of California. I think of Florida mainly just because I know I can drive. I know I can make it in. I'm, 19 hours. I'm in Miami. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, if I had that type of money, I mean, I'd have a mansion in Howard Beach. I'd have a mansion in South Florida, and maybe one out west somewhere. I'd be the crazy guy driving to all these places, just because we all know how I am when I drive. But it's unbelievable. That's funny, Roma. I love the perspective that you give. Roma Food, for those of you that don't know, he's in Rome, but he caught an interest or caught a liking to my channel because prior to or during the pandemic or whatever, he was a taxi driver. So he would get these Americans in his taxi, and he'd enjoy the conversation back and forth between the different roads and the different areas. But hey, Roma, I'll see you, bud. You have a good one. I'll see you soon. Alrighty, so I'm gonna step away from the chat for a moment. I'll let you guys have your conversations. I'm gonna focus on the road. If anyone comes in, I'll try to say hello to you. I'm also gonna try to get the Yankee game going on back here in the back. Let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, there's the Yankee game. I want to be able to hear when Aaron Judge comes up, just so we can hear the at bats. I could hear the at-bats live. I completely forgot they were playing. Bases loaded. Wow. Texas is laying it to the Yankees right now, huh, Yanks? What do they got, bases loaded from what I hear? All right, so this is the New Jersey Turnpike. We're heading south. We're going to go through Staten Island. You got Newark Airport on your right. Again, won't be able to see too far. The weather's brutal. But Newark, New Jersey, off to your right. And the airport also off to your right. We got to get around this guy, otherwise we're never going to get there. New Jersey Turnpike. Cuz, what's up, cuz? Hope you're doing all right there, cuzzo. Has the rain left Philly yet? Come on. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's just been like this for freaking 4 days straight. It's depressing. It's cold. Not that I want to complain, right? I'm glad I started that off with I don't want to complain about it too much. I really wish you all. So we have for our Jewish friends out there, we have some holidays coming up. So I know a lot of my customers. Actually, one of the customers I really wanted to get to today, they're closed today. A few of them open back up. Sorry, yeah, but a few of them open today. Then they close tomorrow. Then they open back up on Thursday, and then they close again until like October 19th. So not good for business. Not good for business. Cousin Paulie says hello. Everyone in the chat. I know Cully is a busy man. He's running around like a chicken without a head these days. I know. But thank you for stopping in, cuz I know you come in, you hit that like button, you let it play, so I get my little watch hours. So I appreciate it, buddy. I really do. And Cousin Paulie says what's up to everyone. Yeah, cuz you're driving in. Yeah, be careful, cuz. Be careful. See that plane coming in right here on the right? He's landing right there. The runway is right off to our right. United Airlines. Alrighty. Anyone else comes in, hopefully I'll catch them as they come in. Mr. Rodri, yeah, real great to have you back in town, Rodri. I was saying it in Thindu's chat. I believe it was Thindu's chat yesterday. It's quite obvious that the algorithm likes consistency. They like consistency in when you go on. They like consistency in the way you title things and the way you hash. They like consistency. They like to see that you're being consistent. And I wish I could be more consistent with being able to go on. Two people that are great at being consistent. One is Tommy Stiggs. Tommy Stiggs, you know he's going to be on in the morning. You know he might drop in later on at night. He's consistent with that. You kind of know when Stiggs is going to be on. And Thindu has been consistent. You know midweek you can take a look around 3 o'clock and he might be on. Arun, welcome, sir. Nice to see you again, bud. For those of you who's fans of Action Kid, I seen Action Kid fled town again. I wish him all the luck, but he is up in Toronto. He's up in Oliver Perry territory, in Danny Story's neck of the woods up there. He's gone north of the border. So we'll see how he does there. Toronto seems like a fascinating city. In my opinion, there's not too many cities like New York that you can do what you do in New York. But we'll see how he does. Alrighty, so we're gonna get off the New Jersey Turnpike. We've gone south far enough so that we're equidistant to the Goethals Bridge, Staten Island. We're just going to go through Staten Island today. No stopping in Staten Island. Right into Brooklyn. There's one of my customers that I really wanted to get to, but I don't think they're open. I think they closed already for the holiday. They were supposed to be open today, closed tomorrow, open Thursday, and then closed Friday until the 19th. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Okay, so now this is the craziest little intersection here to try to get on the Goethals Bridge. You'll see, yeah, it's just a stupid merge. It really is, because we got to merge all the way to our left. We have all these trucks here. The trucks just go, and you kind of just got to watch out for them. Yeah, Claudio Perry isn't in here, is he? If I missed you, Claudio, what's up? But yeah, he's Action Kid. Oh, they got this closed over here. Oh, accident. Look at this biker accident. Oh, my goodness gracious. What the heck? Biker chick. Biker lady got into an accident with these cars over here. Uh-oh. It is ball. Yeah.
That is gone. His first major league home run to tie the game. He drilled it right down the left field line. Well, they told me and told Jeffrey that the ball doesn't carry when the roof is closed. Well, we've seen 2 home runs in 2 innings. Well, when you're hanging them, well, guess what that was? The cement mixer.
Who was that? Who just hit that home run?
John Gray's just not been able to get the feel of here in the first couple innings. Well, that was a hanger.
Yeah, Gianni. What's up, Gianni? Yeah, a little accident over there. I don't know who hit this home run for the Yankees, but he just tied the game.
For Peraza's first major league home run.
Oh, Peraza.
The pitch hit on the ground by Conniff at second. Semyon throws him out. And there are 2. You know, Jeff, we've had an abnormal amount of winners in the second inning.
Very cool.
Almost every day. Not every day, but almost. Yeah, hitting a second home run for the Yankees. Oswald Peraza. Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, I got lucky, Haron. I got lucky this time. They had it shut down because of that accident. All right, so this is the Goethals Bridge. The Goethals Bridge bringing us from New Jersey into Staten Island. So, by definition, it's bringing us into New York City. Staten Island is the 5th borough. Those locals will get that little joke. The correct terminology would be it's one of the 5 boroughs. But, you know, people might consider it the 5th borough. But this is Staten Island. Shalan. Home of BK Shalin's finest. Home of Joey Bay 8th. Shalan. Home of Pete Davidson. I don't think Kardashian ever moved here. All right, so here's our cashless tolls. Let it hit our easy pass. So David S. Cameron. Oh, well, I better slow down. State Trooper hanging out. So David S. Cameron. The New York Yankees are playing the Texas Rangers. They're in Arlington, Texas right now. So they're not in New York. They're an hour behind us in time, which is why that game starts. It starts 1 o'clock local, but 2 o'clock our time. So about 40 minutes ago. So they're playing the Texas Rangers. Now the real Texas Rangers, David, just so you know, is the how do I explain this? Because I don't know it too well, but they're the police force in Texas. So the state troopers, I believe, are called Texas Rangers, and they named the baseball team after them. They play in Arlington, Texas, which is not too far from Dallas. All right, so we're in Staten Island. Mr. Stiggs, how you doing, bud? We just left the Garden State. We just went over the Goethals Bridge. We just got into Staten Island, and we're going to Brooklyn. But good to see you, Mr. Stiggs. Always appreciate you around. Always appreciate it. Mr. Consistency. Yeah, our algorithm loves Mr. Stiggs because he's very consistent. Staten Island Expressway. We'll do a little more highway driving, and then we'll get ourselves off in Brooklyn. I'm contemplating going to this one customer that I know is closed until Thursday and just leaving something outside their front door. There's like a lobby. I can kind of go in and just leave it inside. Obviously not outside. It'll get destroyed. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that or not. Or I just got to tell this customer that they can't get what they want until October 19th. Not a good feeling, but I'll figure that out. Interesting, Rodri. I didn't know that. I wouldn't think that they would play American football, in a place like that. But that's very interesting. Love when people do 30 miles per hour in the left lane. Good times. It's good times. Yeah, Judge is going to get up next inning. I think he's up second next inning, so we can listen to that at bat together. 1 out now. Texas Rangers are up. They're up in the top of the second. James Jameson, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, James. And welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're on the Staten Island Expressway, Cheyenne, heading into Brooklyn. Toad Hill Road, Slauson Avenue, Bradley Avenue, Cheyenne. Okay. All right, I got the Yankees on in the background, so we'll hear when Judge comes on again. It'd be great if we could hear that home run together. That would be awesome. That would be very cool if we can hear it together, but we'll see. I have to decide I need to get around this guy. This is like brutal. This guy's just hanging out in the left lane like it's a freaking slow lane. The first rule they teach you when you go to driver's school is keep right except the pass, right? You keep right except the pass? What's up, buddy? How you doing? Keep right except the pass. Look at this guy just hanging out in the left lane. That's how accidents get caused. I mean, he's literally doing like 30 miles per hour. I'm still only doing 58, 50, should not be hanging out in the left lane like that because then you cause people to go past you on the right. You never will pass on the right. But if someone's just hanging in the left lane, you have no choice. You have to get around them in the right. Alrighty, so this is great. We're not going to be sitting in ridiculous traffic right now. This is also a good time to do this when school is in session, so we're not just sitting in highway traffic. You remember last time I was in brutal traffic on Findu show. I was on the other side of this highway trying to get to Jersey. Another one sitting in the left lane. Another one. Maggie Fernandez. So happy you made it alive, Maggie. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're all right down there with all the stormage. This rain right here is the remnants of what you guys dealt with down there, Maggie. We didn't get it nowhere near how bad you guys did. But we've been dealing with the rain and the crapola associated with it. This is the same storm. It's been raining here since Friday. So Maggie, hope you're doing well. Carol Mahal, hello. Hello, Carol. I hope you're doing well. Is Maddie M in here? I did not see Maddie Marinara, but Maddie Marinara. If you're in here, Maddie Marinara, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, Maddie Marinara. Yo, Ange! Yo, Ange! You crack me up, yo, Ange. Now, you and Joe, Mr. Joe Coffee, you guys crack me up. Yo, Ange, I hope you're well. We were in Jersey. I'm on the Staten Island Expressway at the moment, going into Brooklyn. I have to make 2 stops in Brooklyn, one on McDonald Avenue, kind of, great, not really Gravesend.
Take the exit 16
Oh,
exit
I'm like,
on the
who's
left
talking to
for
me?
Belt Parkway East.
My GPS is talking to me like I don't know where I'm going. Oh, let me turn this thing off. Well, that just scared the crap out of me. I'm like, who's talking to me? I got to go to McDonald Avenue and I have to go to Nostrand Avenue. So southern Brooklyn, kind of that, not really, but kind of the Bensonhurst, Bath Beach area-ish. So I'm going to get on the Belt Parkway just for an exit, and then I'll hop right off the Belt Parkway and go up that way. Or maybe I just might go Fort Hamilton Parkway off the bat, just so we're not sitting in the traffic of the Belt. But we'll go on the Belt Parkway for an exit. But that's the deal, yo, Ange. We are from Jersey to Brooklyn, and we're about to cross the Verrazano Bridge. Right now, at least the sky is clear enough. We can see the bridge. Hello, Octavia. Hope you're doing well, Octavia. James Jameson, Verrazano Bridge, as we speak. Right now, Verrazano Bridge, from Staten Island to Brooklyn. You can't see any of the skyline. You can't see any of the buildings, so I won't even turn my camera. Typically, the skyline is visible right off to our left. Coney Island is visible off to our right, but not today. Not today, my friend. Way too cloudy. Low visibility today. Low visibility. But hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Maggie, Octavia, Cuz, Yo Ange. Yo Ange is definitely there's definitely a few of my fans, not no fans. That word did not come out of my mouth. I'll never say fans. Some of my followers that watch your show. I know they do low key. They might not be chatting yet. Like Co-Train, Co-Train, where are you, Co-Train? Co-Train, I know you're watching Yo Ange's show. I know you are. I know you are. So sneaky devil there. Yeah, David S. Cameron. This is the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, named after an Italian explorer that came up the New York the New York Bay, basically the Battery. Verrazano, the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. Just took us from Staten Island into Brooklyn. Brooknam, sipping on Crooklyn, whatever you want to call it. We're just going to get on the Bell Parkway for a second. There is traffic. I can see it there. But it's not terrible traffic, and we're only going to go for an exit. So we will bear with it. Off to the right, if we would go right, we would go BQE. That's the truck route also to the right. This here is taking us to the Bell Parkway, which, as you guys know, in New York City, you cannot have cars on the parkways. Oh, Carol, yeah, I bet. I actually my parents, their neighbor, he's always spoken about that. He also remembers when they built it. He would tell me the stories. From what I gather, a lot of people lost their life building it, just because of the technology of the time and what they were doing, the risks they were taking. But he also mentions when he remembers them building this bridge, which to me is unfathomable because it's like, well, how'd you get to Staten Island? It's just crazy. Okay. I don't know if Matty Marinad is in here. I thought someone mentioned his name, but I don't see him. Or the Lessos, or any of those fine folks. So this is the Belt Parkway. Belt Parkway heading east. Again, we're not going to be on here for much longer. Just going to take this over to maybe the 16th Avenue or Bay Parkway. We got to get up to McDonald. And I think I don't know, like Avenue J, I believe. I know it by sight. I just don't know. And I know it's north of Avenue U, and I think it's just north of Avenue P. Oh, okay. Okay. Maddie is here watching. Okay, Maddie. Appreciate it, buddy. Cool. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys letting me know what's up. Because unless you want to watch, bumper cars with Skip, I kind of miss some things in the chat. Unless you want to, you know, wow, look at the weight. Wow, the water's hitting that sidewall on the right. That's why there's traffic. Everyone's watching the water hit the sidewall. There's the halal food stand that Vinny Bracco was so nice to point out as he took the ride. This is the same ride Vinny Bracco took last week. Last week, I think it was on Thursday or Friday. Maybe it was Friday or Thursday last week when Vinny Bracco went live, leaving Bay Ridge. He was on this road. Similar weather. I think it was Friday, right when the storm was coming in. He was on this road. Maggie, come back in the summertime. You don't want to come back now. You don't want to come back now, Maggie. It's just raw. Like I love, people. Believe me, my mother and my sister, they love this time of the year. Sheepshead Mary, welcome. Hope you're doing well. I don't think we're going into Sheepshead Bay today, but you know the deal, Sheepshead Mary. You know the deal. Let's get off here. We're going to go up here 16th Avenue. I don't want to go all the way to Bay Parkway, but if you look close enough, you might be able to see the water splashing up on this sidewall here. Coney Island off the distance. So we'll go 16th Avenue. We'll go into Dyker Heights, Bensonhurst this way. Could have went to Bay Parkway, but I just hate getting off the Bay Parkway exit. The Bay Parkway exit is just a pain in the neck. I think they changed it, but still, I just hate getting off the freaking Bay Parkway exit. I'd rather get off this exit. This exit's way easier. See this? I want to do what this guy's doing in front of me. It's illegal, so I'm not going to do it because you guys are watching. But that's the move to make. You make that quick right there, the right up on Cropsey. So this is Dyker Park. When you hear people talk about Dyker Park, Joey Bay 8th mentions it a lot, being from this neighborhood. A lot of folks from this neighborhood have mentioned Dyker Park. That's right off here on the left. This is Dyker Heights, my favorite neighborhood in Brooklyn. 30 people watching. Wow. Thank you, everyone. Everyone, please hit the like button. Please, 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 while you're here, hit the like button. 29 years now. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hey, Jesse. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I haven't been to Georgia in a while, but one of my favorite baseball tournaments was in Georgia. It was in East Cobb. A team called the East Cobb Yankees. I'll wait until they're done beeping. A team called the East Cobb Yankees and the East Cobb Astros. They have a complex over in Marietta, Georgia. Marietta, Georgia, right across the street from a high school in Marietta. And they were always the best, and those were always the best tournaments. I always loved going down to Atlanta. Basically, is where we flew into, and we would eat at a place called Steak and Shake. And they didn't have any Steak and Shakes. I still don't think they have any Steak and Shakes around here. But Steak and Shake was awesome. I mean, awesome. Always loved that place. Yeah, James, this is typical for you folks, right? Very typical. I mean, you've seen even with me going live, we've had great weather this summer. We've had really, really great weather this summer. We've had great skies. We've had great sunsets. And then we were actually in a drought.
Not deep enough. Bubba Thompson is there to make the catch. Now we sit.
Was that Judge? I think that was Judge who just almost hit a home run.
So it's very tough to judge, and he hit the fly ball, and I thought it was a lot deeper. Well, the crowd goes crazy too. Yeah,
so that was Judge. I heard the announcer going crazy. Judge was up. I didn't even realize he was up. Yeah, see, Maggie, like I want to block you just for saying that. I want to block you. Could someone block Maggie's comment right now? I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. I don't even think I have any wrenches in here. But don't block Maggie. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. I am gonna take that off the screen though. 70. Oh, let me put it back up there. 77 degrees. Moron. Do you see these people over here with jackets on? It's like 52 over here right now. This is Bath Avenue, by the way. You want to go down Bath Avenue? Let's go down Bath Avenue. Let's let these people cross. I'll take it down Bath Avenue a little bit. We'll take Bath Avenue over to 18th Avenue. I'll just show you one avenue of Bath. But this is Bath between 17th Avenue and 18th Avenue. Okay. Bay 16th Street. Bay 17th Street. Bay Parkway. Coming up soon. 18th Avenue. Avenue. Come out, wherever you are. 18th Avenue and Bath Avenue. Let's go up 18th. Let's go up 18th a little bit. Octavia. No. Never made it down to Maryland. Here is Benson Avenue. Octavia, unfortunately, no. Never made it down to Maryland. And it's just not, it's not going to happen. It's really not going to happen. I really don't think it's going to. NB, what's up? How you doing, NB? I don't know when you just got in here. I just saw this comment. Oh, NB, I know. That's funny. So I know exactly the one on 86th Street. You one you're talking about? Yeah, we're right near there. I remember when they were building that place. I'm sorry, I have this radio on in the background. I hope that wasn't annoying you guys. I didn't even realize I had this radio on in the background. Sorry if that might have been very obnoxious for you guys to hear. Yeah, I remember when they built that Outback and they put that nice parking lot on the right. A couple of blocks to the right of the Outback was the Vegas Diner, which they took down, which was a famous diner that they knocked down. Now it's a Chinese restaurant over there. But yeah, that Outback, I could go for Outback. I could go for a blooming onion. Just a blooming onion. The dipping sauce. Maybe 18th Avenue wasn't the best idea. Eesh. Alrighty then. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Okay, here we go. Oh, Katie! What's up, Katie? Yeah, Katie, it's ridiculous. And Katie, I'm regretting agreeing to this Sunday arrangement I made. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Katie? You're lucky I love your friend over there, the little guy. You're lucky I love that little guy over there. And the other guy, you know, this weekend I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is not going to happen. I'm like, this is not going to happen. We're going to get rained out. But Katie, yeah. And the weather forecast for this week too. I'm watching the weather forecast, and the guy's going through the 7 days, and he's like, oh, it's supposed to clear up Thursday. It's going to be very nice on Thursday. It's going to be very nice on Friday, and it's going to get cold again on Sunday. It's going to be like 50 degrees when we're out there, Katie. Can you bring us some hot chocolate, some gloves, maybe some hand warmers, some feet warmers while you're at it? And then also keep the book, keep the stats, and I also want video. All right, Katie, this time? Forget about it, yo, Ange. Forget about it. That's like trying to get down this avenue right now. Forget about it. Well, what are we doing over here? Where's Stiggs? Where's Stiggs? Forget about it. Unbelievable. This is like, we got gridlock on both sides. Both sides. Just because I wanted to show you guys 18th Avenue. Oh, moron. This is unbelievable. There's a school bus. Whoa. It just dropped my. Sorry, I knocked the earbud out of my ear. There's a a school bus and a New York City bus basically playing chicken with each other behind me. That's what's going on behind me. That's why these people to the, like this UPS truck right here, that's why he can't go anywhere, because behind me you got a school bus and a New York City bus, and neither one of them is giving up an inch. So until one of them decides to back up or move a little, no one on this side of the road is going anywhere. So just to let you know, guys know what's going on behind me. Now in front of me, I have no clue. In front of me is 86th Street, which is the avenue that tourists slashed in the face in Times Square. That's great. That's great. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anyone else that came in here. I hope I didn't. If I missed you, say hi now, because now I'll be able to look at the screen. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're in Bensonhurst, 86th Street, Brooklyn, Brooknam, Crooklyn, sipping on, Cristal. 86th Street in front of us, 86th Street and 18th Avenue. Just some regular gridlock here. No big deal. Oh, Lord. This bus is coming out. We're going to have to let him out. I might have to get off 18th Avenue. But this is 86th Street is going right to left. The Outback that NB so graciously mentioned is to the left, I believe, I think. Yeah, we'll get through this intersection and I'll get you out of this ridiculous traffic, because this is bothering me. Check my emails real quick. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. Alrighty. Oh God, what a disaster. Look at this. Look at this disaster. Look at this friggin' disaster. My God. Okay. Now look at this situation we have in front of us here. Is this bus gonna make it? Yeah, he's gonna make it. Okay. Oh Lord, 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 Lord. All right, bus, you go. Go ahead, you go. We're gonna go straight. We're gonna continue on here. I gotta get away from 86th Street. Let's cross over 86th Street. Someone's beeping. I don't even know who or why. Oh, that guy is. Everyone's mad. I don't know. I don't know. Everyone's mad though. I'm telling you, it's the weather, Maggie. You don't want to come back here now. How could you be in a good mood in this weather? How could you possibly be in a good mood in this weather? I don't know. I can't do it. It's hard. All right, we got past that disaster. 18th Avenue, Christopher Colombo Boulevard. So this was the same avenue as the Feast. The Feast was a little further up, not on this southern portion, but same avenue. That guy just went through the light like it was no big deal. What are you gonna do? Okay. Andrea Fatale. How you doing, Andrea? Hope you do well, Andrea. Hope you're doing well. Maggie. Maggie. No. No, no, Maggie. No. You don't. You're killing me. It's like one of my customers. He's got a Ferrari, and every time I pull up to the place, he always tells me that he likes the work car that I have. And I tell him all the time, I'm like, we could switch. You want to switch? We could switch. You can switch for a little while. I'll take the Ferrari. You take the work car, and that's it. You know? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Andre, how you doing, Andre? Thanks for joining, buddy. Friggin' Maggie. You crack me up, Maggie. Crack me up. Miss the cold weather. Mod on. Look, I mean, we're in jackets already here. We're in jackets. I mean, it just changed. It's just only going to get worse from here. It's only going to get colder from here. And we're already in jackets. People whipping out their long johns. You got to wear a sweater. You got to wear a hoodie. I mean, yeah, if I was in South Florida, I would love this time of year. Yeah, because you get a little respite, you get a little break from the heat, it gets just a little cooler, and then that's it. And basically that's what you got. Here, it's like it just gets worse and worse and worse, and we're not out of this until friggin' after Memorial Day. So the feast, the 18th Avenue feast, started here and went up. You'll still see some of the flags flying right here. This, I mean, a little bit right here. This right. Oh, no, that. Yeah, that one. See, you still got the Italian flags flying up here. Yeah, no, Sheep said, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I may or may not have long johns on right now. May or may not. I may or may not have like some, extra layers on right now. No, Rodri, you guys are that's I'm blocking you all. That's it. I'm shutting down this friggin' stream. You're all getting blocked. Mag, yeah, I was down there the beginning of March. Last March I was down there. I love taking the drive. Like I said, 18 hours. Yes, 18 hours I can make it down to Miami. Look at this. 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 You never make a U-turn at a corner. You never make a U-turn at a corner. You make the K-turn in the middle of the block. Again, something that they teach you in driver's ed. They teach you keep right except to pass, and they teach you if you're going to make a U-turn, well, U-turns are illegal. A K-turn is legal. A K-turn is when you make the turn, you back up, you turn again. But you do it in the middle of the block. You never do it at the corner. The corner is where you have people turning, like myself, and you have pedestrians, like he had behind him. Yeah, wrenches. Anyone that says they like the cold weather, block them immediately, all right? I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. You better not be blocking anyone. Night rain. So I when we have a snowstorm, and you'll see now that I have this wonderful channel of mine, I enjoy going out and driving in the snow because less people do it. I'm comfortable doing it. It doesn't make me nervous. I've spent so much time up in Vermont during those snowstorms. I've driven in massive snow a lot. I'm comfortable with it. I enjoy it. I enjoy the fact that most people stay home. Most people get off the road. It allows me to go out and kind of enjoy the road and enjoy um, some peace and quiet. Everything gets so quiet when it snows because you don't have tires on pavement. That sound of tires rubbing on pavement, that's just that natural hum of Brooklyn. You don't have that because everyone's riding on the snow. It just gets so quiet. It's nice. Um, Again, would I move to Florida and be okay with never seeing it again in my life? Of course. Absolutely, 117,000%, definitely. But when it does snow around here, I will try to go live and show you what it's like to drive around New York City in a snowstorm. NG, welcome, NG. Very nice to see you, buddy. Always a pleasure. I've seen you around too in some other chats in the the tourism and destination genre. I love Vermont. My one of my best friends lives up north of Burlington, and I go there quite often. I'm so mad at myself I didn't get up there this summer because that means I'm going to be going up, you know, now when it's already cold up there, and it's cold up there. It's really cold up there. But life's a little different there. Everyone's got big, heated garages. Um, it's different. Everyone, they have big barns that they can hang out in that are all heated. So it's different. There's less standing around. You don't have, you see here, there's people here standing on this corner waiting for this bus. Like, that's not going to happen up there. Well, this guy's wearing shorts, I think, this maniac. Oh, no, his pants are just rolled up. But you know what I mean? Just a different lifestyle, different lifestyle. Um, yeah, I, And that's the thing too, is that we usually don't get snow at that. We don't get snow until mid to end of January. So it's not even like we have a long snow season where you can, quote unquote, enjoy the snow. Like, yeah, usually it's not snowing yet when Christmas comes. Like, it's too early in the season for snow come Christmas. This is Bay Parkway. There's a New York City bus right in front of you. Joe Delamora, how you doing, buddy? I don't think I said hello to you. And Vidali. I love these names. Love these names. Vidali, how are you doing, sir? Hope you're well. We're in Brooklyn. Um, Bensonhurst. Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. Tuesday afternoon. It's 3:11 in the afternoon. The weather is exactly what you see in front of you, in the low 50s. Raw. Oh, that's what I was going to say before. I was watching the weather forecast, and yeah, I know a lot of people love this time of the year. Like, they love it. They get all excited about their pumpkins and their pumpkin spice lattes and all the other crap that goes on this time of the year. To me, we need all this extra stuff so people don't realize how just miserable it is. These holidays and everything, they kind of mask that for us. But the weather forecast, the weather guy, he's like, oh yeah, this, and this, and wet, raw and rainy, chilly, raw, rainy. Like, those are the popular words these days. Raw, chilly, rain. How can you? Am I missing something? Since when is raw when coming to weather, and chilly, and windy? Since when is that good? And I mean, just look at the way people are dressed, right? And I'm not blaming them. Like, these people right there just moved. They had their winter jackets on, right? They had their winter jackets on. So that, to me, that means it's now cold enough. You need a friggin' jacket. What happens when it's 40 degrees colder? What are you doing when it's 40 degrees cold? You already got your winter jacket on. What are you doing when it's 40 degrees colder? I digress. West 7th Street and Avenue O. Where's the stand-up guy? Where's stand-up guy in Sons of Italy? All they do is ever talk about these areas. These are all the areas they talk about. Avenue O, Avenue J, Avenue M, Avenue N, West 7th, this and that. I'm always in their neighborhood. This is my neck of the woods. I told Sons of Italy, your neck of the woods is my neck of the woods. They both got out of here. I'm still here. Katie, well, I'm not going to be, I'll be honest with you, Katie. Most of my time is spent in a car. I try to spend very little time outside of the car in this time of the year. So I will not use my winter jacket, but I'll just layer up. Like right now, I got the wife beater, and then I got a t-shirt, and then I got a long sleeve shirt, and then I got a sweater on. All right. You know, Katie, I don't know. We're crazy for even trying to play outdoor sports at this time of the year, but we do it. There was a great deli right over here called Monty's. Monty's Deli was the best. If anyone is from this area and knows this area, like stand-up guys, Sons of Italy, all you guys, Monty's Deli. It was over here. It was the best. The best. The best, I tell you. The best. Hello and greetings. Also in Italy. So I am in Brooklyn. I was just in Bensonhurst. We're in northern tier of Brooklyn, the southwest tier, Bensonhurst, Bath Beach area. Now heading up to McDonald Avenue, the Midwood section. Midwood, Mapleton, Kensington, not Kensington, Philadelphia. There is also a Kensington, Brooklyn. That's the section we're on. So right now we're on McDonald Avenue. Those are subway tracks right above us. Is it me or is the picture like actually a lot clearer today? I feel like the picture is actually clearer on this miserable day. Right? Hey, it's just me. Katie, I just don't ask me how many layers I have on because I was packed and ready to leave my house, obviously, because I'm all the way in Queens. So I was ready to leave my house Sunday before the text message came out that it was canceled. So I was already like dressed, packed, ready to go. I am not even going to tell you how many friggin' layers I had on because I don't want to embarrass myself. But when I do show up on Sunday, you might notice that it's probably going to look like I have like a bulletproof vest on or something because, yeah, I'll be layered up. Really, NG? Okay, so a little further up north. We're heading south now. I'm facing towards Avenue P. But yeah, Kensington. Most people think Kensington, Philadelphia, which makes sense. But there's actually a Kensington, Brooklyn. And I got to make this one of these K turns that I just discussed. So here, guys, you're going to see how to make a K turn. Not a U-turn. It's not a U. It's a K. You ready? And you do it in the middle of the block. Ready? One move here. Here's one part of the K, and then we go back and we go this way over here, and then we go. That's where we make our K. It's not a U, it's a K. All right, guys. I need to run into this store very quickly. This will be very, 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 very fast. Don't cause any trouble while I'm not here. I will be right back. Okay? Am I in the right spot? Please tell me they're closed already. You have got to be kidding me. Tell me they're closed already for the holiday. Ah! Ah! Son of a bitch! Ah! Man, did I screw up. Man, did I screw up. They're closed. They're not even here. Unbelievable. Oh, my God in heaven. You got to be kidding me right now. This is a joke. This is definitely a joke. Oh, look, stand-up guy. He's got scheduled tonight. Two crazy bastards from Flatbush, Brooklyn. Come, where are you? I'll show you. I'll show you Flatbush. Yeah, Sheep said Mary, but they're supposed to be open today and then closing for sunset into tomorrow and then back open on Thursday. But they're supposed to be open today until sunset. But yeah, Sheepshead Bay Mary for Yom Kippur. Oh, your mother. Unbelievable. What else? Do we have anyone else coming on here? Stand-up guy scheduled for 8. Oh, I see Big Lou. Big Lou's got a 3:35. And nothing else going until later. All right, so we're going to go to the next stop. Yeah, no, NG, you're right about that. You're right about that. That's probably why they just didn't open up. Unbelievable. Yeah, you're a Long Islander. You're in LA. You're a Long Islander. You're a Long Islander. Hey, Mr. or Mrs. West. Hope you're doing well. Not angry. Just upset. Upset that I traveled all this way to go to a specific spot, and the specific spot is closed, not open. There he is! See, you say his name twice. Sons of Italy, hope you're doing well, buddy. I'm happy you're here. I'm on McDonald Avenue and Avenue P. I was saying, we're in your neck of the woods. I want you to see this. Yeah, I'm going to try the other one, although they all have the same religion, but they should still be there. I'm hoping. Otherwise, today was just a complete waste of time. Which, if I'm wasting, my time, who cares? But I don't, you know what I mean? But, yeah, no, Kisher Kanash West. I hope you're well. Yeah, no, you won't see me get very mad on this channel. I don't know if you're familiar with the genre that most of my friends are from, but we do there's a lot of yelling and screaming and fighting in some other communities. Um, I get mad at people that cut me off. I get some road rage every once in a while. This was just, I specifically came this direction so I can make that stop there and they're closed, which kind of kills like my whole week. I had my whole week planned around doing that first. But no, we're all good. We're all good. And thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This is wait until he passes. This is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get drives around Brooklyn. Yeah, Maggie, we're gonna try another one on Nostrand Avenue. But Sons of Italy, yeah, I'm on McDonald and 65th, McDonald and Avenue P, where Avenue P meets 65th Street, and I'm heading to Nostrand Avenue. So we're in Midwood, your neck of the woods. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. That's exactly the idea here. The idea is that I do this quite often just because of my job and different responsibilities I have. I'm always, 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 always on the road. It's unbelievable how often I'm on the road. Um, I, Once I learned how to do YouTube, how to set everything up and how everything worked, I figured that um, I have something to offer. I can go live. I can put the dash cam up, and just by its nature, it'll be interesting. To me, New York City is fascinating. There's nothing like it. There really isn't. So the fact that I have the ability to do this, to me, it's a bit of an unfair advantage as opposed to other channels that try to just speak. Just sit in front of a screen. That's not easy to do, to just sit in front of a screen and speak. You kind of have to really bounce off the chat. You have to bounce off people you might bring on. Other than that, it's hard to just sit there and entertain people. Not everyone's a Rush Limbaugh or a Howard Stern or Imus in the morning, Don Imus. That's unbelievable. But to me, I have here's my fingers. This all of this stuff all over here. That's my content. I could just hit live, put this video on, and I could show you Brooklyn, New York. I could show you areas that are spoken about all the time. This is Quentin Road, East 3rd. I think Danny Trio is from right here. I think, right? Quentin and East 3rd, or now East 4th. Isn't that where he says he was always from or whatever? It's just cool to me. I would think it was cool to see. I mean, I'm a geography buff. I love maps. I love checking out maps, checking out different areas. It's just always been an interest to me, honestly. So I don't know. If I had an interest in New York City, I'd want to see someone driving around New York City. I feel like a lot of times this channel is best if you have a map next to you. Open up a map. Open up Google Maps if you want. And if enough people tell me, yeah, I have a map open up, I will tell you exactly where I am. I do anyway. I'm on Quentin Road. I'm heading east towards East 7th Street. East 7th Street is in front of me. So if you get a lay of the land, over time, you'll get comfortable with the map of Brooklyn. You'll know exactly where I am. And exactly that, Night Rain. I haven't gone into Manhattan that much, the tourist spots. I haven't gone to Times Square that much, the spots that everyone quote unquote knows or might recognize. A lot of what I do, I'm an original New Yorker. I'm born and raised here, and a lot of us original New Yorkers that are still here, you know, we're not in those areas that you might recognize. We're not there. We don't go there. Uh, I know all these side streets. I know all these different neighborhoods. Like, I joke around with Sons of Italy and Stand Up Guy. I joke around with what I say, but it's true that the neighborhoods that they mention, not many people know about. They don't, but I do. I know exactly what they're talking about, and we're here right now. That's my point. Um, I know these areas. Even people that transplant into the city, people that move here after college, people that move here for work. They usually end. People that move from Long Island, people that move from upstate. They usually end up in the more trendier areas. They'll end up in Williamsburg or in Bushwick or in Ridgewood or places like that. Uh, Here, people aren't moving here from like Iowa are not moving here. So people from this part of Brooklyn, we recognize each other right away. We recognize certain places and certain areas right away because these are the areas that are not spoken about that much. They're just really not. They're very, very rarely spoken about. This is Coney Island Avenue and Avenue O. To Sons of Italy and Stand Up Guy, Coney Island Avenue and Avenue O, they know exactly where I am right now. They know exactly where I am. Same thing with Vinnie Bracco. See, that's what really attracted me to Vinnie Bracco. And I hope Vinnie Bracco continues on, you know, Maggie, I appreciate it. Some really nice comments in here, guys. Thank you so much. I've really seen a couple of really nice comments, Maggie. Thank you all. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. But what really attracted me to Vinnie Bracco at first is when he was telling his stories, he would mention, yeah, I grew up on Bay Parkway, the Shorehaven Apartments, and then I moved to Nostrand Avenue, and Avenue R by Buckley's. People from New York City might not know what he's talking about. People from the Bronx might not know what he's talking about. I knew exactly what he was talking about. I had Nostrand Avenue right by Buckley's. I had my christening, I think a friggin' first communion at Buckley's. When my grandmother, may she rest in peace, when she passed away after the funeral, where do you think we all went? We went to Buckley's. It's just Brooklyn is cut into a bunch of different segments. There's parts of Brooklyn that are more gentrified and or more city-like, and then there's parts of Brooklyn that are the lesser known, the all residential, lesser popular, less popular areas. But yet to us from around here, this is what we know. Like Carol Mahal, see ya, Carol Mahal, have a good one. But she's up from more of a more popular area, up by Carroll Gardens, up Park Slope, Fifth Avenue, up there. A little more, especially today, way more trendier. It's where they have all the brownstones and all that stuff. I hate this avenue. I got to get off this avenue as soon as I possibly can. I hate this because you get like this guy just taking up two friggin' lanes, and then you got this bus parked over here. I got to get off this avenue because I'm going to wind up getting into a fight with someone on here. I hate it. I avoid this avenue at all costs. I didn't realize I was turning onto it because it's just I got to get off it. I got to get off it. I got to get off it. Otherwise, my new subscriber there is going to think I'm just always angry all the time. Friggin' believable. I did not, but that sounds like something that is fascinating. Fascinating. Ooh, stop sign. Ooh, pedestrian. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, let's go up this way. Let's go up this way, OB. Coming up to Avenue J. So this is Elm and 14th Street. Go ahead, pedestrian. Go. This little wacky little intersection here near the train station is always a doozy. Again, this is Avenue J and East 16th Street. Whenever Stand Up and Sons, they talk about the train station. East 16th Street. This is East 16th. This train runs along East 16th. They mentioned the Kings Highway station. This right here is a local stop. This is the Avenue M local stop, but the nearest express stop is Kings Highway station. That's the station that I took to high school. I took that train to high school. So of course I know what they're talking about. Sons, I promise you, I will one night. I don't want to say for sure I will tonight and then backtrack on you. I promise you one night. You know what it is, Sons? I feel like, I don't know, it's just when I'm on the road, I'm in the YouTube groove, I'm in the YouTube mode. But then once I'm home and I'm up early, I'm sleeping, I go to sleep early because I'm up early. I'm so comfortable now with doing this while I'm driving that I think I would feel weird if I just went on from my house. I would almost have to get in my car and just drive around a little bit. I appreciate that, Sons of Italy, and I will. Ideally, I would love to do it if I'm out. Like maybe this Friday night, I might be out on the road. That's what I would really love to do if I'm out on a weeknight, if I'm driving, or even, well, no, see, Wednesday I have darts. Tomorrow night I have darts that start at 8 o'clock. Like if you guys were still on, I don't know, Sons. I really, come on, guy, come on, don't make me beep at you. Go, go. I really do appreciate that, Sons. I do, and I will make it a point to get on there one night and talk about the neighborhood again, Sons. I don't know if you realize this, but I'm a lot younger than you and stand up and like Vinny Bracco. So a lot of the places that I know or I might remember, I don't go back that far. I'm 35 years old. I've been here my whole life, but I'm only 35. So I know there's a lot of places that Vinny talks about that I don't know. The places that are still around, obviously I know. I know Buckley's, I know Michael's Restaurant, I know L&B Pizzeria, Brennan and Carr, you know. But just keep that in mind. East 21st Street and Avenue M. We're almost there. We're almost at this next stop. I really hope these people are open. That would stink. Bella, how you doing, Belly? Bella, 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 Bella. Hope you're well, Bella. Maggie, Xavier, Xavier High School, 16th Street between 5th and 6th in Manhattan. Traveled from Marine Park to Xavier with all the Rockaway boys, with all the Irish boys from Rockaway. They would take the Q35 up from Rockaway, from Bell Harbor. We would meet on Flatbush and Fillmore, then hop on either the B2 or the B100. Sons of Italy knows what I'm talking about. Take that to Kings Highway, East 16th Street. And then at that time there was the Q and the Q Diamond. Now it's a B and a Q. The B being the express and the Q being the local. But the Q line, basically. The Q line up to 14th Street, Union Square. And then walk from 14th Street, Union Square over to 16th between 5th and 6th. I went to college. That's with someone that went to Newton High School. That's in Corona, right? He played baseball for them. He actually shot a BB gun at my TV in college. I wanted to kill him. And that TV had a BB gun friggin' hole in it for the whole duration of the time I was there. Alrighty. Okay, Elmhurst. Yeah, I was just talking to someone I work with, the guy I worked with from Jersey. He doesn't know much about the city, and he was saying what I lived near Elmhurst, and I'm like, nah, man, I'm by Howard Beach, and we actually had to pull up the map, and I had to show him that Elmhurst is on the northern part of the borough. I took the city bus to grammar school. From the 4th grade to the 8th grade, I took the B2. And then to high school, I took the friggin' bus to the subway. Alrighty. Yeah, Sons. Thank you, Sons. Thanks, son. Really, I appreciate it. I will hop on one night. I promise you one night, I'm going to ask for the link. I know how it's going to go. Stand-up guy's going to be, who the hell is this? Who the hell is this driving? Your name's too long. Who the hell is this driving? How do you start your name with a vowel? I mean, not a vowel. With a verb. What is this? Action word to start. What is this? Who is this? Okay, here we go. All right. They'll pray for me, guys. Let's hope there's someone here. Let's just hope there's someone here. Please be someone here. I think they're closed too. Oh, I think they're closed too. All right, guys. Let's see. Just chilling. What's up, buddy? Guys, give me 1 second. This will take 1 minute either way. Either I'm going to walk up to a door that's closed, or I'm going to drop something off. But either way, it will be very quick. All right, guys? So give me a second, and I will be right back. Serenity now, serenity now, serenity now. What do you know? They're closed. They are closed. This is just wonderful. I guess they started Yom Kippur early because I was told specifically open Tuesday, closed Wednesday, open Thursday, and then closed until the 19th. That's what both friggin' customers told me. Now I understand if the holiday is tomorrow, I understand the religion calls for, you know, to start at sundown today. But sundown is at like 7 o'clock and it's 3:38 in the afternoon. Oh God. Yeah, Stan. I just know, Sons of Italy. I just know what his reaction would be. Who's this guy? I don't know who this guy is. Well, your name's too long. Who are you? Where are you? What's going on with this? Oh, moron. D, you see this crap, D? Unbelievable. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. God. They should still be open. I understand tomorrow's Yom Kippur, but they should still be open. And I was told specifically, you can come either Tuesday or Thursday. Tuesday or Thursday. It's 3:40 in the after friggin' noon. You know how you can help me, Maggie? Send some of that weather down here. Cheer me up a little bit. Let me get a little sunshine and 75 degrees. That would help. That would definitely help. That might put me in a better mood. Unbelievable. Unfriggin' believable. You ain't kidding. You just ain't kidding. Now I got to figure out what I'm doing with my life here because I kind of structured my whole week knowing that this was the case to make sure I got to these two places today, thinking that if not, then it would have to be done Thursday. Um, Hold on. Hold on. I don't even know what to do right now. I don't even know where to go. Don't even know where to go. Where do I go? 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 Fee,
What's Skipper? What's going down over there?
can you believe this crap, Fee? Can you?
I,
Don't
I
you
just
wish you
jumped
could?
on.
Okay, so tomorrow is the Jewish holiday of Yom Kippur. And
Okay.
we're entering into the holiday season for our Jewish friends. So a lot of my customers are said religion. So they give me warning when they're going to shut down because they are closed. Tomorrow's Yom Kippur, then they open up Thursday, and then they close until October 19th. So I can't get to them. They can't do anything. We can't do any business until October 19th. So they try to get as much done, you know, beforehand, pretty much. Now,
Right.
I was told that they'll be open today, closed tomorrow, open Thursday. Both these places said that you can come either Tuesday or Thursday. And then after that, you got to wait until October 19th. And I said, okay, I'll structure my week so that I can get to these two places on Tuesday and then carry on with my life, right?
Right.
Well, I went to the first place, they're closed already. I came to this place, they're closed already. So I'm 0 for 2.
Ay, ay, ay. And why are they closed so early?
So the way that it typically works, Thee, and they do this on Fridays also,
Uh-huh.
when say the holiday is tomorrow, they begin observing the holiday at sundown tonight, right?
Got you.
So like Sabbath is on Saturday, right? Um, on all my customers on Friday, they close at about 1 o'clock, 1:30 p.m. on Friday, so that they can start observing by sundown, if that makes sense.
Yes,
So
yes.
I knew that they'd probably be closing. They should have really, if they were going to close early today, they usually let you know. They might have been open this morning, and maybe they closed at like 12 noon. I don't know, but they should be still in business until about at least now, at least like 5 o'clock, 5:30 at night today. Under the assumption that basically, um, tomorrow they're out of business.
Right, right.
We have another guest here, Thee. Rodri in the chat.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Come on,
Let's
Skip.
see what he has to say.
All
Hey,
right.
Rodri,
What's happening?
how are you doing?
Relaxing at the moment. I'm currently just sitting in bed, exhausted from college.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I understand. You're in Wales, right?
Yeah.
Well, welcome. Really, I appreciate it. I know you had popped in a few times. You know, early on in my streams, and I try to be a little more consistent and be on more often. But I know I hadn't seen you around, so I appreciate you popping in and saying what's up. It's really cool.
It's alright, man. I enjoy watching your streams.
I appreciate it, man. And I'm like from day one, I've always kind of been fascinated in the amount of people that like it from overseas, which makes sense. But then I also have local folks, like even Themdu, who's on with us now. Let me get out of the solo so we can have a better gauge of what we have here. But he's from New York State, and yet he appreciates and likes this stuff. I have people from Long Island that'll come into this stream, but then also I have people that like yourself, who are from a complete different other side of the world. So, very cool. It's very, very cool in my opinion.
Oddly enough, I don't tend to speak to a lot of Americans. A lot of people I tend to speak are mainly people like close to Europe, like on mainland Europe. So I got friends like all the way one of my friends, his name is I'm not gonna say his name, but he lives all the way in Siberia in the city of Khabarovsk in
wow.
Russia.
Wow.
And he told me, I'm not sure what minus 40 degrees Celsius is in Fahrenheit. I apologize for that, but he told me it gets like extremely cold down there.
Yeah, I would think minus 40 in Celsius. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even gonna try to do that conversion, but I know it's yeah, it's
It's
cold.
cold.
Like
It's
yeah,
cold.
that's for sure. Yeah,
But
Rodri, where Thindo is from, he's from like up by Buffalo, which is the extreme northern edge of New York State, all the way up basically on the Canadian border. So
Right.
he'll have winters up there that are similar to the Canadian winters. Not really Antarctica, but definitely a little bit similar.
Sure
where I
feels
am
like
in
it.
Wales, it's even though it's autumn, it's actually quite mild because we got the jet stream and the Gulf Stream hitting us. So it's usually mild, but not like it's not like warm or cold, but it's just average temperature, I guess you could say.
Right.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean here down in Brooklyn and Queens, it gets cold. I mean, you're getting in the middle of the winter, we start to drop where a typical high and we're right around freezing. That'll help with the conversion because 32 degrees Fahrenheit I believe equals 0 degrees Celsius at freezing. That freezing mark, that's usually right where we are as like a high temperature during the months of January and February and even into March, high of 32, high of 33, high of 34. We'll go down to a low of 26, 27, which is below freezing. So
Yeah.
it's cold. It's definitely cold here.
I'm not sure if you'd be interested in this, but my phone is actually in Welsh, and we actually have a Welsh name for New York as well.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's called Dinas Efrog Newydd, which is just basically just the Welsh name for New York City.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Yeah.
The
That's
name
cool.
Efrog actually comes from Latin, by the way, so that's named after the Romans.
Wow. Yeah. Right. That's cool.
Yeah, so the name's basically like 2,000 plus years old.
Yeah. You got an old name there.
Wow. Wow. What do you study, Rodri?
Photography. I'm in foundation course at the moment, but I want to go to university after college.
Very, very cool. So
Nice.
I'm gonna take it as a compliment then that you come to my stream if you're majoring in photography. You're not coming here and telling me that I'm an absolute disaster when it comes to getting video up there, correct?
No, your quality is good. It's like the only no, your quality, the screen is quality is good. It's like it depends where you're at. It's like the better. I guess it depends where you're at, where you're streaming. If you get a good internet connection, it's like the only issue. But besides that, your quality of the stream is perfect.
I appreciate that. Awesome.
There
Yeah,
you
no,
go.
I definitely I know that just internet service has a lot to do with it. On StreamYard, Roger, you have the option. I think I was saying this to you hold on a second. I'm completely multitasking right now, which I shouldn't
Take
be
your
doing on
time.
Flatbush
Take
Avenue.
your time.
Sons of Italy, I'm on Flatbush Avenue, just to let you know. Flatbush
We have a
Avenue heading
similar
south.
thing in Wales as well, depending where you're at. Like where I am, like the internet connection's like alright, but if you go more north in Wales, if you go to the valleys, the connection is just like almost just non-existent in some areas. Like you can't even get 4G or 3G. It's just gone. It's just bars.
Wow. I notice it even just from other people, like if you see around the genre, like Theo know what I'm talking about, when other people kind of grab the link and they're either in their car or they're driving around or they're outside. In general, where I'm driving around, we have very good service here. I mean, I'm in New York City, even, in the boroughs. I'm in the, five boroughs in New York City. So typically here, you're not going to have as many dead spots as say in other states in this country, if that makes sense. So where I'm at here in New York City, I should have very good service compared to other places at least.
Oh, the thing about where I'm from in Swansea in South Wales, like at one point, like this was like 5 years ago, in the centre of town, you couldn't even get a Wi-Fi connection. Like even though it was on 4G, it just would not work.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm lucky. So I have like my phone anyways connects 5G, 5G UC, and from what I can see being in this New York area, I oh a second. Okay. I think a couple people got butt timed out, so I'm gonna have to pull over and take care of that. But you
Is it
guys,
it's an
yeah,
internet stream going on, is it?
yeah, no, yeah, just because I think someone that's a mod just texted me that they by accident hit the button. Oh, I came down the wrong block. This was stupid. So I just got to go in there and fix it just for a minute. I'll pull over here. I came down the wrong block though. This block leads right back to the avenue I was on. This is where we used to get our beer as minors. Actually, this yellow building right here. The guy's name was Vito. He would sell it to everyone. Anyone from the area knows Vito. Corner of Troy and Flatbush. Funny stuff. And then you have the Bullseye Pub here. Very famous pub here on Flatbush Avenue. All right, let me pull over here. All right, let me just. Sorry, guys. You guys can talk. Let me just go and dig through here. So if I'm quiet for a minute, that's why. Oh, we got the spam in here too.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
that bot thing.
Yeah, they're working overtime. Sons of Italy. I'm south of the junction. I'm facing the junction now. I'm at Avenue P, facing north now. So the junction, Flatbush Avenue Junction, where Nostrand crosses over it. Nostrand is the avenue I was just on. So where Nostrand, Bedford, they all kind of converge over there by Brooklyn College. That's up to the north of us. I'm down in Marine Park now. Let me just see what this text has to say. Just go in the chat. Just to make sure that no one is blocked that shouldn't be.
No, I'm watching from YouTube. I'm still on.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, Sons, I know you're in South Dakota. That's why I was, really I was joking around. But every time I'd come into here, I'd be like, "Yo, where's Sons? Where is he? What's going on here?" Oh, Maggie. Oh, and oh my God, cuz he was a massacre. These
Wait,
Philadelphia guys. Oh my God.
what happened?
By accident, Bella and friends, Bella got friggin' timed out. Maggie got timed out.
Wait,
Oh
they
my
got
God.
blocked by accident.
Yes. Oh, Bella got hidden. Oh my God. Hold on. Bella, where are you, Bella? Hold on a second. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh God, the
Unhide user.
miscommunications.
Yeah, no, it was a butt. It was just fat fingers. It was just it wasn't even like he thought she was saying something bad. It was just more of just complete. Are you back? You're back now, Maggie. Okay, you're back. Bella and friends was unhidden, so Bella should be back. I'm so sorry, Bella. Um, let's see, what else? Tell you these Philadelphia guys, unbelievable.
I always wanted to
Um,
visit Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, that was America's first true city. I mean, I'm sure people will debate between that and Boston, but in terms of yeah, and Sons, I'm from Marine Park. It's where I'm from.
Well, like I like
Um,
old big cities on the east coast of America. Like it's just something about them. It's something I love about them.
Yeah, no, and they're similar, very similar in a lot of ways. They're similar in their culture, like just with the food, say Italian food. Like New York City is known for their, Italian food, sauce, chicken parmesan, X, Y, and Z, that. You'll find that same type of food in, hold on a second, to the left. You'll find that same type of food in Philadelphia and in Boston. You'll find Italian populations, similar cultures, similar designs to the city, similar street names. Rodri, like you'll hear Broad Street. Broad Street is the main street in Philadelphia, where we have Broadway in New York City. So like stuff like that. Very, very a lot of similarities between the cities in the Northeast.
We
What the
actually had a
hell
lot of.
happened there?
Oh, sorry, you
You
go.
saw that? I thought you were still on with us, Steve, but
Well, I
cousin.
can't. You listen to me. You can't, as a moderator, I couldn't do nothing in the chat room on the StreamYard, Skip.
No, not yeah. You have to go into YouTube. That's the
So
thing. You have
when
to.
I went back into my live chat, it kicks you off.
I
See,
got you
if
because you just hit the link.
I'm on
I got you.
StreamYard with you. So if I went into your live chat right now, it kicks me out of StreamYard.
I got you because you just clicked the link right in my chat and it just opened up in the same. It opened up in the same window. I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
It
Yeah,
opened up in the
because
same window. So if you would have just closed out of that, you close out of everything.
yes. So, I don't know if there was any wrenches in there. So when I went to take care of that, I lost, my panel with you. I never
I
knew
think
that. I
you didn't.
can't believe that you can't moderate from StreamYard.
You can't even see who the wrenches are. Like I can't see who my
No,
wrenches are in StreamYard. I
no.
can't moderate from there. You can block people.
Can you?
Um, yes, those three. Well, no, not you. You can't. I can.
No, I can't. Right.
Right. Your moderator, your moderation status means nothing when you come out to StreamYard. It's like having a button and going to jail.
You're right. I was trying to, but nothing worked. I'm like, I got to tell Skip about this. I didn't know.
Yeah, no, but
So,
that was it. That what was going on in the chat was an accident. He texted me what was
okay,
going on
what
in the
the
chat.
hell was cousin Polly doing, Daddy? I said I hope no one had a rogue wrench. That's what I thought it was, a rogue wrench at first.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was a complete mistake. He was just hitting the button. Like I know he's busy. He's in and out of the car. He's doing a
Right,
whole bunch of
right.
things, and I know he keeps it running for me just to help me with watch hours and just
You
keeping
got
the
a lot of
view.
porn. You got a lot of porn. I'm gonna jump off and get in your chat.
Are you sure, Thee? I
Yeah,
got rid
go
of the
ahead.
one that I got.
All right,
I
you
feel
got
bad
it.
for
I don't
Bella
know.
though. Yeah, I got her. Bella. She's back. Okay.
Bella's
All right,
back. I could
Bella's
see
back.
her. I could see her. Yep.
Okay. Good. 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 Good.
Well,
No, I
go
think it
aid.
was
Then
only good.
Let
the
me
Sons of
go do my
Italy,
job in the chat room. You two talk.
Mon
I'll be
Mon
hanging out.
Okay, Thee.
Montauk.
All right,
Is that how
baby.
you say his name? Montauk.
So no, and I hear a lot of people mispronounce it. It's named after a town out on Long Island, the very last town out on Long Island, past the Hamptons. It's called
Oh,
Montauk.
I would not know that.
Yes, yes. So it's called Montauk. Montauk.
Montauk.
It's Native American, which a lot of the names of towns on Long Island are named after Native American either people or tribes. Like, for example, Massapequa. Well, not I was going to say Levittown, but Massapequa or Syosset or Montauk. Those are all Shinnecock. Those are all Native American names, and the name of this gentleman right here is Montauk.
Montauk. God, yeah. In most pronunciation,
Because
the A and O in Welsh is pronounced as like an I sound. So I would have said it's like Montauk, like in Welsh. It's
okay. Yeah, no. So it's I don't know exactly how you would describe the origin. I just know it's from Native American, and I just from living in the area, I know. Who knows? Us New Yorkers pronounce stuff wrong all the time, but the way New Yorkers pronounce it, just like there's someone else in the genre he uses the name of a street in Brooklyn. He uses the name Bachelder Street. Now, when I hear other people, call him out in the chat, they say Batchelder Street or Bachel. They use all these different pronunciations. Now, I know the way we say it in the neighborhood, but we could be pronouncing it completely wrong. But it's the way we say it. It's our street. It's in our neighborhood. We say it's Bachelder, Bachelder,
yeah.
Bachelder Street. But again, I'm saying with a Brooklyn accent, so who knows? I could be saying it completely wrong.
The New Yorker accent is one of my favorite accents in US. Like it's something I grew up with, like watching like videos on like TV shows as a kid. Like the New York accents, like always the ones they play a lot from the East Coast, and I just grew up to enjoy
Exactly.
it.
That the Brooklyn accent is what's copied the most. That
Yeah,
wise guy accent, that gangster accent, whatever you want to call it. Really, what it comes down to, it's a Brooklyn accent. It's a New York City, Bronx, Brooklyn uh, accent. That's what it is. And I just wanted to say, Sons of Italy, you are right about that with the comment up on your screen. The Floyd Bennett Air Force planes, the Floyd Bennett Field Air Force planes took off from Floyd Bennett to Normandy during the Second World War. That is correct. Floyd Bennett Field is on the southern portion of Flatbush Avenue. If we would have went south, continued south on Flatbush, we went to Floyd Bennett Field. Now, Sons of Italy, I don't know if you know this, Sons of Italy, but Floyd Bennett Field, now they built a complex there called Aviator Sports. Huge sports complex where they put a bunch of football fields, soccer fields. There's indoor ice skating. There's a big, basically indoor-outdoor sports activity place. My high school plays their home football games there now in Floyd Bennett Field. So it's no longer just a deserted airfield. There's actually a thriving business there now with games and athletics in the whole 9 yards. Teresa Murphy,
That's
hello.
that's really cool.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's so much friggin' history. Well, not Thindu, but I got to take Thindu off of there. I want to go to full screen. But yeah, no, there's the history. It's insane, the history down in Brooklyn. But Floyd Bennett Field, for me growing up, it was always a place where we would go before we had a license and go drive cars around because even though when you think about it, it was very dumb because it's actually federal property. So if anything, you were messing with the federal. But for us, we
Yeah.
would just like, well, NYPD isn't in here, so we're good. Meanwhile, we're messing around on federal property.
But in Wales, most of the land is public. It is like you could do like hiking and like everything like in areas like federal land is not a thing in Wales. So you could go like anywhere basically, unless it's privately owned.
Right. No, and I know that's what separates, the states from a lot of places that, the whole private property aspect of it is fascinating. But in terms of like parks and recreational spots, it varies really. A lot of, you have city parks, you have town parks, you have state parks, you have county parks, you have blah, blah, blah. So all different levels of government at some point has land, so to speak, if you want to put it that way. But Floyd Bennett Field specifically is federal. It's federal land. You don't want to mess with federal land.
I've saw a lot of videos about like how like US like land works, and it's really, really complex.
It's by design in a sense. The whole private property thing. It's from what I hear, I think I've heard stats that the federal government owns most of the property, because you have to remember also, if you look at a map of America, most of America is rural, rather than
even
urban.
Like the state of New York, unless you live in on like New York City, of course, but like upstate New York is pretty much just like fields, hills, and farmlands.
You're 100% correct. Most of New York State is rural, forest, park, and you have Adirondack State Park, which that's a perfect example. Adirondack State Park is right in the middle of New York State, and it's massive.
And that's ironically the same for Wales as well. Most of our land is like hilly farmlands and just mountains.
Right, and just like with the United States, and just like with most states, if you look at them individually, the majority of the land is going to be a rural land, but yet the majority of the population obviously is here in the urban centers: New York City, LA, Chicago, Detroit, all the ones we know about. But when you leave New York City and you go out into the country, or you leave and you go up north, up to where Teresa Murphy is from, and you go up to where stand-up guy is now, up there, that's still New York State. It's still New York State, and you're only a couple hours away, but you feel like you're in the middle of the country. You feel like you're in the forest or in the woods, or so it's when you look at, I'm not going to get into it, but when you look at politics, when it comes to voting in elections, that's why there's such a divide between certain states. And that's why some states, how they're going to vote because of their urban populations. If a state,
exactly.
it just generally speaking, if a state,
Wales as well.
Right. So if a state has more urban population than rural population, it's going to vote one way. If a state has more urban than rural, it's going to vote the other way, so to speak. Again, generalizing like big time. But if a state has 12 million people, but 8 million of those people, 9 million of those people are in a city, where that state's going to pretty much roll. Sorry, Roger. Go ahead. Tell me about how it is over there.
Like our three biggest cities in Wales is Cardiff, Swansea, and Newport. Like they're the three biggest cities in
Okay.
And basically nearly all and we have several big towns like Aberystwyth, we have Pembroke, we have Tenby in the south, and we have
Okay.
well, Aberystwyth is mid Wales, so but in North Wales we have Bangor, we have Anglesey, which is pretty populated island, but not too populated. Well, it's got big towns in it, but most of it's farmland. But most of the areas that vote for Labour or Plaid Cymru, which is the party for Wales, basically.
Okay.
And the least densely populated county in all of Wales is called Powys. Is the biggest county in Wales, and they tend to vote for the Tories or Conservatives, as you might say in America.
Okay. So, and that's what's when you look at governments and politics, I like using the word just the study of governments rather than politics, because a lot of times when people think politics, they think of the goofy stuff. But you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I like the study of geography, and I love mixing the study of geography with the study of the government and how people vote in certain places and why they vote in certain places. I find that fascinating. I love on an election night when they pull up the county by county maps and they know each county, if a county could swing one way or a county could swing another way. I love that. I love geography and I love looking at that. But in generally speaking, kind of how you described it is how it's going to be here, where if you just pick a state like the Sons of Italy is in, right? He's in South Dakota, I believe. If you look at that state, and we use the colors red and blue. So red being your more conservative, blue being your more liberal. If you look at it, the blue is going to be a dot. It's going to be a dot right in that city, but the whole rest of that state is going to be red. Same thing with New York City. When you look at the New York City map, you're going to see, certain counties are going to, New York City, maybe Nassau County, maybe Westchester, Albany, Buffalo, Syracuse, dots, bits and pieces of dots, blue dots, where it's covered with red. But the population in those little blue dots is 3 times the amount of the population in those red areas.
That's pretty much the same as Wales as well.
And so this is another thing that fascinates me. When it comes, you use the word, you said, conservative, liberal, right, left, no matter how you slice it, I think it all comes down to just one simple thing. It's interaction and between the government and the citizen. Which one side feels like that the citizen should have more power over the government, more leeway over the government, should have more freedom than the government wants to give it. Another side is going to say, well, we can't trust human beings. We got to control the population a little more than they want to be controlled. Am I wrong?
Exactly.
Right. So, that's why, again, I don't like getting, I'll never get into an actual political debate on here. First of all, it bores the crap out of people that are not into it, and it alienates people. I don't want to piss people off. Maybe someone disagrees with me, or I don't, I don't want to do that. There's no reason for it. I'm not a political channel. But just generally speaking, I'll definitely talk about it like that when it comes to geography. If we can mix in geography and a different county and how it works, just speaking objectively, I love that stuff. And I also find it fascinating that it's basically the same thing over there than it is here. Not the same exact, but basically that you have one side that feels one way, another way that feels another way, and the people that are jammed into the cities tend to vote one way, where the people that live a little freer tend to vote the other way. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Cuz, see, Cousin Paul is saying no politics. No, cuz that's it. We were just talking geography. That's all we're talking, right, Roger? We're just talking geography. Yeah. That's it, right?
It's mainly the difference between US and Wales, basically.
Right. But in all seriousness, though, I would never really get into politics. I think this and you're wrong, and no, because you know what? I'm not going to convince anyone of one thing. You're not going to convince me of another thing. So why even go there? And all I'm going to do is annoy people. That's all I'm going to do. So there's just no reason.
I like comparing like stuff from one country to the other. To see how similar they are.
Me too. And just this little conversation we had right now. That's fascinating that even in Wales now. What I would really love to learn more about, to be honest with you, is the whole political structure of the UK and that whole dynamic to it. I am clueless with it. I remember I was
Oh
live. I think you were on the
God,
day
it's
when the Queen died. Were you on that day when the Queen died? And I said that the Queen died, and I think it was my buddy Adama, who's from across the pond. He came on and basically said, like, F the Queen. And I was like, oh, that's right, I forgot. There's a lot of, I don't know it from a hole in the wall, but if you can give me just a quick little 15 seconds of what you think of that whole little dynamic with the UK and all that, that would be great.
oh God, it's quite complicated to say, but basically, when it comes to the Wales family, it depends where you live. In
Hmm.
Wales, republicanism has been rising for decades, but mainly in England, it's pretty say loyalist, and in Scotland in Scotland it's pretty Republican as well.
Yeah, see, like I would love if someone would actually, like, maybe if someone actually did a channel just on that. I would love to learn more about that because I know it's super complicated, and I'll hear people, people will come into the chats. We have a lot of people from your neck of the woods in the organized crime genre anyway, like in the mob genre and organized crime. There's a ton of people from Ireland or Mobland. Mobland, it was in here before, and he's from Northern Ireland, and I know he fought. It, it, again, I don't want to. I hate talking about it because I don't want to sound ignorant, but I'm completely ignorant when it comes to this stuff. But he fought in the war. I guess you would know what I'm talking about if I said that. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I know he fought in a war. And I think this was still going on in like the 90s and early 2000s. You know what? I'm just so. It seems so fascinating. It also seems like there's two, maybe still warring sides. I don't know. Is this still an ongoing conflict, or is it more like American politics now with, one side hating the other? Or is there actual conflict still going on, Rodri, or no?
Like, I don't tend to follow the news a lot often, to be honest, so I'm
Okay.
not really
Okay.
checked.
Yeah, no, I like I said, I'm so freaking clueless with it. I really, really, really am. Well, let's see here. Yeah, no, politics would be like trying to figure out YouTube. Cousin Paulie, that's 100% right. YouTube in some of these communities, it's a lot like politics. It's a lot like politics where here's a perfect. I'll use this example. You have two people that quote unquote hate each other, right? On screen, they have to be political about it. They have to hate each other. They have to like certain people. They have to hate certain people. But if you took these people and you sat them down in real life, you took one person from this side, you took another person from this side, you took another person from that side, and you put them down, you sat them down in real life in one spot, would they hate each other? If you took Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell and the senator from New Orleans, Kennedy, and you sat them down in a room, would they be able to have a conversation or no? I think they would, because it's all politics, right? It's all politics. That should be that's a phrase we used to use a lot, right? That's just politics. Why don't we don't say that anymore? Because that means like it's just BS. That's what we used to mean by that. It's just BS. It's politics, whatever.
But
They
also the
have to try
meaning
to
of
get their
politics
votes.
has changed for like the past 20 years. So like it means like something different now than it did back then.
Again, like I said, that's why I hate using the word politics, because it rings a bell that I don't want it to ring, and that's not what I'm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about looking at the difference between the way that the American Constitution was created as opposed to other world constitutions, like the rights that are granted American citizens as opposed to foreign citizens, the restrictions that the U.S. Constitution puts on its own government. The U.S. Constitution says to its own government, you cannot do this to the citizens. What other constitutions? Like, that's the stuff that I find interesting, Roger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Scotty, how you doing, Scott? And Chris, hope you're well. Hope you're well, Chris Truck. Scott, when you mean the troubles, mainly when you see sort of truthfully. Okay, I don't even know. See, I'm so lost with it. I don't even know what you're talking about, Scott. I really need to learn more about that, and I wish there was some sort of genre on here or some sort of pages. There's a few things that I wish people would have came on here and spoken about. There's three in specific that I can think of off the top of my head. One is this whole UK conflict and what the deal is with that. Two is the biker world. Now, again, also, I feel like, with La Costa Nostra and all that, there's a secrecy to the biker world. So obviously, you can't be all out there. But I feel like more is known about the biker world than the OC, the LCN world, just because like you guys are driving around with your bikes and you got your vests on. So I feel like to some extent, some of it's out in the open. But again, something that I would love to learn about. And the third thing is, uh, I'm half Cuban. My dad was born in Cuba. I thought and I assumed that there would be people coming into the YouTube and would want to speak about the different secret societies within the Cuban culture, i.e., Santeria. Everyone knows what Santeria is, but there's a whole underground, secretive, low-key, whatever you want to call it, world that revolves around that religion. And it's very, 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 very similar to Italian organized crime and La Costa Nostra and the whole nine yards, whatever you want to call it. Those three things were things that I would wish, hope, and channel to do things and just focus on those things. Again, I don't know with the biker thing how that would work, but I don't know. I would find that interesting. And also, before I forget, Thee, Thee, Thee. I am telling you, Thee. I know what you want to do when you hit 1,000 subs, and I'm telling you, if you focus on what you want to focus on, I'm not going to say it right here because I don't know. If you want to, you can put it in the chat, all right? But I know what you want to focus on when you hit 1,000 subs. Let me tell you something. There's an appetite for it. It's why everyone that's in this genre came into this genre, and now you got half the genre saying they're all bad guys. Makes no sense, Fee. But I think you're onto something there. There's not much organized crime content at all these days. None. So if someone actually decided, let's talk organized crime. Let's get a reset. Let's reset. Where do we think the families are right now? Who do we think the bosses of each family are right now? What were the latest indictments? We've had 2 recent indictments right here in New York City with a whole bunch of names in them, and no one's talking about it. No one.
Can I also say, like, in Wales, we got a massive Italian community. Well, in Swansea, we got a massive Italian community as well.
Do you really? Go ahead. Sorry, Roger. I've been going on a rant. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
It's fine. We have a massive Italian community in Wales as well. Like, ever since they moved in the 1800s, I believe, like 2 centuries ago, and like the descendants of like Welsh Italians have grown up and lived in Wales for the past like 150 to 200 years. And one of the famous companies in Wales called Joe's Ice Cream is founded by a Welsh Italian.
Interesting. Now, with what you can say or know or whatever, do you know if there's been a history of organized crime there too, also, or no? Like, do you? If you don't know, whatever, it's all good.
I don't. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure. To be honest.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything about about Italian mafia in Wales itself. Most likely in London, possibly, but in Wales, I have no idea.
Okay, I understand. And again, I think there's, I think you guys have your own thing going there. But again, I don't want to sound so ignorant, but that's why I kind of want to learn more about that part of the world, if that makes any sense. Because I feel like there could be so much interested to learn there with the different sides and who's loyal to who and what. But
well, we have depending on the people, but Wales tend to be a bit different from England. It's more similar. Wales tend to be more similar to Scotland than it is to England in most aspects because Wales and Scotland has more Celtic culture than the English culture, and have similar attitudes.
Okay. Interesting.
People
Interesting.
in Wales
Okay.
tend to
Yeah.
be like more welcoming and more friendly. It can be the same for England as well, but there are some areas in England where people can be a bit, well, like I say, be a bit narky to be the slightest.
Well, yeah, no, and I've left the country only once and just gone to the Caribbean, so I've never been to that part of the world at all. Um, from what I heard from people that have gone there, like I've heard that they, you know, from England and from France, that they are not the most welcoming to Americans in general.
Actually, not far from me, like, is a town we have in Wales in Swansea called the Mumbles, and we actually had a guy from America who said he was from the Mississippi region.
Oh, really? So do you
Yeah.
know where Mississippi is or no?
He didn't live in like the state of Mississippi, but he lived like somewhere near the Mississippi River.
Oh, the Mississippi River. Okay. Yeah, because Mississippi, the state of Mississippi, is way down in the south. Uh, you know, the what they call the Bible Belt down there, the deep south.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I've heard of that.
yeah, the Mississippi River, though, I believe rides all the way up. I might be wrong, but I believe it goes up all the way north. I guess towards like Ohio, I think. I wish I had a map open in
It
front of
starts
me.
all the way in Minnesota.
Oh, okay. So and travels all the way down, and then that means then it dumps out into the Gulf of Mexico down all the way
Yeah,
in south by
yeah,
Florida and Mexico, right? Okay,
yeah,
yeah. So that region, that's why when you say that, like it could be from the south all the way up to up north in that region, the Mississippi Valley, you know, the River Valley region, I guess you'd call it.
yeah. I always refer to the Mississippi River and like nearby states, the states who border it as the Mississippi region. Just my personal take on calling it.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, it's a different world down there. It's definitely a different world. When you talk about different cultures between Wales and Scotland and in different areas. By design, I think you would know that America was designed to be 50, not at the very beginning, but independent states, independent nation states that fell under the same umbrella. But by design, the culture in Mississippi is completely different than the culture in New York City or New York
Yeah,
State.
yeah.
The
I've
culture
seen
in
like people like
Appalachia. Go ahead, Roderick. Go.
yeah, I've seen people compare like different cultures across the US, and they're drastically different from each other. Like the east, as you said, the north and south is different, but also like the east and west can be different from each other as well in some aspects.
Absolutely. From what I gather, I've only been out to Las Vegas once. I've never really like hung out in California, but from what I gather, they are just extremely laid back there. Like here in New York, we're fast, no patience. We want everything fast, 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 fast. Everything needs to move fast. Where there, you know, they expect you to have some patience with certain things, where here you don't. There are no patience with certain things. So that's a whole different type of culture. And also, it's not because it's going to kill me, but because of politics. Not by, but by the way that by the way that the country is designed, it's not supposed to be to have one group or one thought take over the whole country. You're supposed to have people that think differently in New York, that think differently in Florida, that think differently in Mississippi, that think differently in California and Nevada and the whole nine yards. Which is why I don't know how familiar you are, but it's why we use the electoral college system when we're voting for a president. We don't use just the raw number of votes. We don't say, all right, it's election day, everyone go vote, and whoever has the most votes is president. Because, quite obviously, you're going to have people the New York mind, let's just say, or the way people think in New York is going to outnumber the way people think in other parts of the country. But what the electoral college system does is it weighs and balances a more proportionate number of votes to people, if that makes any
Oh
sense.
yeah,
But that's by design, because let's just say one person, you got to think they were designing this back in medieval times, right? So let's just say I come here, I'm in New York, and I say that I want this one person to be president, and I convince all the people in New York City that to vote for this one person. That's an automatic 8 million votes for that one person. But with the way that this country was designed, it goes down to an electoral college. Even if I get all 8 million people to vote for this one person, you still got to carry the whole state. And even if you carry the whole state, you still get a proportionate number of votes to that state. So by design, it was done so that one region of the country, the ideas of that one region can't take over the whole country.
Yeah, I've read about electoral college, and it's complicated to say the least.
No. So I know a lot of people hate the electoral college, but in its design, in what it's trying to do, if you just use your brain, you can tell why the electoral college is. For example, let's just use one more example. Cuz is gonna kill me.
Mm-hmm.
One more example. The media, right? Let's say the
Oh,
media
yeah,
all
yeah.
right, okay, I'm just using an example in general. Let's say the media all groups together, right? And they all support one side. Let's just say, right? And they all convince this one side to vote for this one side because they're the means of information. The Electoral College is supposed to guard against that also. And the 50 states are supposed to guard against that also, because people in Mississippi or in Texas or in Arizona should be able to look at the people in New York or California or Detroit and say, you guys are crazy. And just because you guys have all the population doesn't mean that you guys should get full control over the country. So what the Electoral College does is it kind of just balances that out and makes it fair, so to speak, to every state. Every state is supposed to have a fair shot at it. So it wouldn't be fair for a state like New York that has a city like New York in it it's not going to have an equal representation compared to a state like Mississippi, where Mississippi, I don't know, maybe has 2 million people in the whole state, where in New York City alone, you have 8 million people. So if you're just doing it by votes, how would the people in Mississippi feel like they have any say in what goes on if you're just doing it by pure votes?
I get what you mean.
But so much for not getting into politics.
It's the second time now, unintentionally. Yeah. If anyone's listening on chat, we apologize. It was not an intent. It just crept in.
Yes, I mean, right? But with that being said, I'm gonna pull over and I think NB just came on. I think I saw the alert. She came on again. But let me find the spot. I'm gonna pull over. I'll say goodbye to the chat and I'll shut it down. Let me see. Yeah, like clear this. Oh yeah, she did come on. So I think her and Joey are on. So I'll go run over there. But Rodri, it was awesome having you on. It's cool to have someone on that we can talk about different stuff and the differences between here and there, and anyone that likes geography and is into maps and stuff like that, and also photography. And I'm not joking when I say I take it as a compliment that you're on my stream and you're majoring in photography. I really don't, but I really thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
It's alright, man. Maybe the next time I come on, if I have time to, I could talk more about like Wales itself, like about like my language and like my Welsh history as well, if you like, and everyone else
Hey,
can like.
listen, absolutely. If you want like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, just go on. I'll just drive by all means, for sure. I mean, I have no problem. I'll drive. You could talk and give us some knowledge. I have no problem with that. If you just let me know, just say, hey, look, I got a whole bunch of stuff I want to and I'd say go at it. I'll put I'll put myself on the screen. I'll drive. I'll friggin' mute myself or whatever. And you can. I would love to hear more about it, and I'm pretty sure the people in my chat would, because you seem like you're someone that's very interesting. You're not just gonna blow smoke up our butts. Like, you're actually gonna know what you're talking about over there. So I think that would actually be a great idea if you want to do that.
I think you and Chad might like the history of Wales, because it goes back to like over 1,000 years when in recorded Welsh history anyway, and the language goes back even further.
For sure. I think that's a great idea. I really do. I do. If you want to do it next time you're on when I'm on, we can definitely do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds
and
good to me, man.
we already have some Night Rain would like to hear that. I'm sure a lot of people would. Seriously, Rodri, I think that would be a great idea if you want to do that one day.
And yeah, I wanted to yeah, the people in chat, we apologize for bringing politics into this.
Yeah, no, I do. Again, I like to keep it real generalized. I like to keep it more on a just like I said, the geography of it and simple stuff like that. But I really don't want to get deep into it. I don't want to piss people off. I don't want to bore people. I don't want to alienate one half of my audience. So, but I think just the history, you can't deny history. History is history. That's even why with the organized crime stuff, with the mafia stuff and the the La Cosa Nostra stuff, I'll never shy away from mentioning historical places. We were on Theme News Channel. We went to John Gotti's old hangout, the Bergen Hunt and Fish Club. Like, it's history. History is history. So it's not a matter of giving up any secrets or nothing like that. If it's documented history, I love to discuss it, and it's why I got into YouTube and got into this genre, because I really wanted to learn more about the history of organized crime, to be quite frank. But history in general fascinates me. Different parts of the world fascinate me. Different geographies fascinate me. So that's all the type of stuff I think I would enjoy listening to and hearing.
Right, take. That's fair enough. Yeah, yeah, that I would like to hear like your stuff on that as well if when the next time comes.
Do you have an interest in like the mob and mafia and organized crime and that stuff, or no?
Um, I've known about the ones like in like like Al Capone, like in I think it was Chicago, if I'm not Chicago or Detroit, I can't remember which one it was.
Yes, Chicago. So
Chicago, yeah, that is the one. Yeah,
so
he's
when
the
I came in,
first. Like the mobs I heard about when as a kid, like Al Capone was like everywhere. Like even like in the 2000s, he was like mentioned everywhere.
right. So the reason why I got into YouTube was really because of that genre, the organized crime genre, which um it's funny because a lot of the people that are friends of mine in this chat also come from that genre. Now, this is kind of like it's like kind of like a subgenre to a larger genre, where if you ever heard of Michael Franchese and Sammy the Bull Gravano, big names, they kind of created a bigger mob genre, and then like this little offset created off of it, and that's where a lot of the people from my chat come from. This little subset of the mob tube genre. Now, you have to keep in mind, right now it's kind of split. Again, I'm going to be very generalized just for a minute, just for another minute. It's kind of split to the side that accepts and will listen to the stories of rats, for lack of a better term, informants, federal informants, people that flipped, people that went to the FBI and told on their friends, pretty much. A lot of the stories that come from this genre are from those rats or those informants, because otherwise we wouldn't know about it, so to speak, right? Because it's a secret society. So the subset of the genre that I come from, so to speak, is the side that does not accept said rats. Um, we don't believe that telling on your friends is a good thing. Put it that way. Again, keeping it real generalized.
I
There's
I understand what you mean. Yeah,
got me right. So when I'm doing this, I find I do it even more on Thindu's channel. Like, I will point, like, for example, Rodri, this neighborhood that I'm in right now, I'm in Howard Beach, Queens, right? This was John Gotti's neighborhood, right here. Right to the left of me is Russo's on the Bay. Russo's on the Bay. John Gotti's whole family probably got married in. He probably got married in. His daughters probably got married in. Just a perfect example of where I am and where I drive around. I can constantly, if I wanted to, constantly talk history of the mafia, because I am in the belly of the beast of it. This neighborhood right here had 4 bosses living in it at one time.
Gee.
Right here. So Ozone Park is just up the road. Ozone Park is where John Gotti's social club was, right up the block. I went with Thindu on his channel and I showed his social club, the old one. It's history. It's in historical documents. If you Google right now, where was John Gotti's social club in Ozone Park, it's going to come up and it's going to tell you. It's going to be no surprise. So, you know, I know this channel itself is not in that genre, so to speak. This channel is in, you know, I want to attract people like yourself, people that are into geography, people that are into to driving and seeing different areas. That's the genre that this channel is in specifically. But at the same time, a lot of the people that helped me grow this channel, all the people that come into this chat, all the people that hit the like button, all the people that say hello to you and you say hello to back to them, they mostly come from that genre. So I know that my audience has an interest in organized crime, in the mafia, in La Cosa Nostra. Now, also, let me just side note. Also, why on the other side of this genre, there's an anti-mafia side of it, because those side are informants, or they're rats. They're people that left the life and are now speaking out against the life, if that makes sense. Um,
Yeah,
where
I
I was going with this is that there's, if you know, there's an interest. You might not realize it by just coming on here and what my channel is all about and what I speak about, but there's a huge interest in underground secret society organized crime in this genre and on my channel. And where I'm sitting right now, right this second, is sacred, 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 sacred land in that world. Which is why I also know I have an unfair advantage, because, like I just did right now, I can just swivel and show you a place that I can guarantee you John Gotti was in this place multiple, 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 multiple times. I can guarantee you that all those guys you read about were in that bagel store on that corner multiple, 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 multiple times. So I can mix that type of stuff into it if I wanted to, but I need to keep it to history. I
yeah,
can't
you don't
just
want
say
to
what
like
I think.
rewrite it.
Right. I can't also just spout off what I think is currently going on. I can't do that. I could speak about the history, though. There's an immense history in that segment alone, is what I'm saying. Like, the history in New York City is outrageous, but even if I just stuck to organized crime history, I can talk about that and go to different places for days and days and days and days and days. And right here I'm sitting is the perfect example. I'm in Howard Beach. Here's another example. Friendship Lights. Skip, have you seen the Gravesend series on Amazon Prime? Friendship Lights, I have. And that's another example. That's where we just came from, Rodri. We just came from Gravesend. That's where we just were, basically. I think we were a little north of it, but we were just in Gravesend. That's I have seen that series. I thought it was okay. I could see why critics would say it wasn't the best, because it had a little bit of that like corniness to it. It wasn't the best. I think they were just working with a low budget. My dad knows that DeMeo dude. He knows who he is. My dad knows everyone in Gravesend, and that DeMeo guy knows everyone in Gravesend. He still has a house there. He doesn't live there. I think he lives in the sticks in Pennsylvania somewhere, but he still has the house in Gravesend. But I did see it. I'm looking forward to season 2. They got some more names in season 2. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I know Sid Rosenberg's in there. They got Dice Clay, I think, was involved with it. So we'll see. Again, I think I can understand the critics saying it wasn't good, just because it did have that little bit of corniness, a little bit of cheesiness to it. But again, I think it was just because it was low budget. And he just wanted to get it out there to test the waters. And once he saw that it was a success, then now he's going to pour more into it. My dad was sitting at his friend's place, a mechanic on McDonald Avenue, and with a bunch of his friends. And DeMeo came in and he asked those guys if he can use their cars, because they had a bunch of classic cars that they work on. He asked if they can use those on the during the show. And the guys in there were like, yeah, sure. How much you gonna give us? And DeMayo was like, we're kind of trying to do it all neighborhood, we don't have the money for that. And they told him, we wish you the best of luck, but take a hike. So I know for a fact that he was working with a little bit of a smaller budget, but I thought it was good. Um, and I'm looking forward to season 2. With that,
That sounds
Rodri,
really interesting.
yeah, Rodri, it's a series about the organized crime in Gravesend, Brooklyn, which is the neighborhood we just came from before,
Mhm.
in the 90s. So it's like set in the 90s in Gravesend. So there's still an interest. It's what I was saying to Thien before. Where is he up here? That's his channel. I think he's going to focus a little bit more on that. Um, I think he's gonna, I think he could do well if he just focused on that. Again, I said we just had 2 indictments. I mean, everyone, especially on the side that likes the informants, they like to poo-poo. They like to say, "Oh, that life's over. Oh, they're all scumbags. Oh, they're this, and that." But yeah, we still keep getting these federal indictments out of nowhere. So obviously something's going on, and I definitely am gonna give it another shot. I'm absolutely gonna give it another shot. Like I said, I thought it was fine. I can understand where the critics are talking from, but I will definitely give it another shot, just because. We're talking Gravesend in the 90s. Of course I do. And I know DeMayo is. He was definitely around. Rumor is he's not really Italian. I don't know. But that's for you guys to figure out. But, Rodri, I'm going to run, buddy.
Yeah,
Um,
it's nearly 10 o'clock where I'm at right now, so I have to go. So I have to
oh,
go.
man. Yeah, it'd be past my bedtime. That's for sure. Wait, 10 o'clock at night, p.m., right?
Yeah, PM. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, yeah, because it's 4:41 in the afternoon here.
it's
Um,
9:41 where I am at right now.
Okay. So you're not okay. Yeah. So you need to start settling in. That's why even like it's hard for you to watch the shows that come on prime time, because a whole lot of the shows in the genre that I'm talking about, they all come on 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. They cater more to New York and California time, so you guys would miss that. But I appreciate you coming on, buddy. And Friendship Lights, thank you very much also too.
Yeah. Hopefully, if I'm not in college, I'll come on. But yeah, I'll definitely come on next stream when I have the chance to.
Yeah, absolutely. You're more than welcome. If I'm on and you can, you're more than welcome to hop on, Rodri.
Yeah, that's cool. See you, Skip.
Okay, buddy. I'll see you later, man. What a nice gentleman. What a nice gentleman Rodri is. Oh, a whole bunch of text messages here. Uh-oh. 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 I hope I didn't mess up my stream. Oh, I'm in a bus stop? I didn't even realize I was in a bus stop. All right, guys. I can't thank you enough. I really can't. We had a nice group in here today. The weather was crappy, but I'll tell you what. I think it makes for another I think it makes for I don't know if it's just because there's less glare. Maybe when it's sunny out, there's so much glare that it's not as clear. But I feel like I had better video quality today. Very strange. Anyway, hey, thank you so much. There's way too many people in this chat for me to go back up. Friendships Lights, I appreciate it. Thea, I appreciate it. Night Rain, Joe Delamora, everyone else. I'm gonna have to go into my blocked list to make sure Cuz didn't just cause a massacre in my channel right now. Hopefully that's all figured out. Maggie, I'm sorry. Bella, I'm sorry. That was a complete mistake. Cuz texted me right away. He told me it was a mistake. So hopefully we're all good. But I'll go into my studio and just make sure. All right. Okay. Yes. Maggie. I'm not gonna forget you saying you missed the cold. When it's snowing and it's 7 degrees here with a wind chill of -2, I'm gonna say Maggie. All right, guys. Thank you all. All right. I'll see you soon. Peace.